Hi guys, welcome to the Couch Crocheter, episode 13, HQ update and tour. I just wanted to take a moment and apologize. It has been a week since I put out a video last. I was a wee bit under the weather. I ended up having a sinus infection. And with that, comes the tension headaches and the, sleepiness and the tiredness and the sneezing and the runny nose. But I just want to let you guys know that I am all right. It was not COVID. It was just a sinus infection. But this was the first day that I actually kind of feel human again. All right, guys, here we go. So I'll start over here as you enter the door. I just picked up this little table downstairs. It was for free. So this is like the table where I come in and throw my keys. And as you see, my sew bag. And the reason that it was free, because this is a marble top, is because of this crack. And that big chunk taken out. But I honestly, not even sure I care. It was free, and I needed a table to come in and put my keys and my bag on, whether it be my sew bag or my project bag. Now, you do see a lot of boxes behind there. What the plan is, and you know what? I'll share that plan with you in just a moment. Oh, there's my Kalahari sweater that I finally get to show you from when we went on vacation. I did wear it in today. It was a little chilly when I got done work. This over here is my shipping station. And right now, books, because I have another shelf coming that the books are going to go on. So headquarters might be changing, again. Then here's my recording desk. This is where I sit down and do all my recording when I talk to you guys and share what's going on. And then up here I have my calendar. And this is the board that I read off of whenever I want to share, like, a certain pattern, exactly what the pattern's called, a number if it's for Bago Day, as you see there. These 3 slices of paper are the notes that I took down for the project. Was Adoring Crochets, Crochet Along. There we go. So those are all the list of things that I want to do for the upcoming months. This little thing right here, this is what I pull out whenever I'm like showing you guys what I bought, and I put it on there so I don't have to like bend over onto the floor, or it's not sitting on the floor. So I just, unpile those 2, put the lids on, and stack the stuff up. As you can see behind there, I have my mats for when I block my projects. Now these 2 end tables, and let me back up here a little bit. You'll see one on the other side of the couch. Those 2 were donated from my Aunt Sandy, and I thought they were perfect because they had those little coobies at the bottom. That's actually where I'm stashing some of my scraps. And these totes behind you, that's what I pack up whenever I go to the craft fair. Right now it's filled with a little bit of miscellaneous stuff that I'm not sure what to do with as of yet. Oh, and there's my Hirschner's magazine for this month. I do have a little page in there with some stuff I want to order that I just haven't done yet. I'm just kind of holding off, but that's a true crocheter right there. We got needles, scissors, Hirschner's book, and a remote to watch you guys on YouTube. Those boxes are things I just did get in the mail. That's a whole nother video. This spot over here, as you see, there's another one of those little shelves that holds the leftovers of the 2, what are those? Oh, Karen anniversary cakes, which is what that blanket is made out of. The one to my right, which might be your left. Those are the works in progress here. That thing right there and those 2 things right there are still a work in progress. So now we'll take a couple steps back so you get to see this side of the wall. So there's my refrigerator. I did go get it from my mom's house. It is an old-fashioned I don't know, what is that, 1950s, 1960s? looking refrigerator, complete with a beer tap in case I ever wanted to have a beer. Because, you know, I'm grown and I can do that. Say, this was a headquarters warming gift. It's called a money tree. You water it once a week with 2 ice cubes. As you can see, I got my ice cubes in there. That one's in shape of a heart. And my other one is back there, which I thought was pretty cool when I read the directions, and I had to read it again, and I'm like, did that really just say ice cubes? So here's my coffee station, my snack station, any miscellaneous. And that purple thing is all of my buttons. Next to it is a Lego lunchbox that has extra needles in it. That truck that you see there is going to eventually hold a plant. That my Uncle Bob made many, 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 many moons ago. The bottom shelf is just, you know, plates, paper towels, miscellaneous stuff. Oh, guys, so exciting. There's a trash can. Whoa! And then this is my view when I sit on my couch. Now, I did just get this TV. Honey got it for me downstairs. That turtle that you see over there, oops, he's facing the wall. Oh, well. That turtle my Uncle Bob also made many, 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 many moons ago. And as you see, I have my letters out of my my entertainment center there. I just changed the board for this video. On the bottom of these shelves in these cubies, those are all of my finished objects that I pack up and take to craft shows with me. Most of that stuff, actually some of it, not most of it, some of it is listed on Mercari for sale. And then, guys, this is my wall of yarn. Now we'll start up here. This is all of my cotton blend, this first shelf. Then the second shelf has DK, Comfy Cotton, and Chunky. This down here was the front of it is the yarn haul that I got from the dollar store the other day. The stuff in the back is also Chunky Lion brand. There's some Mayor Woods in there. There's some Charismas in there, a little mixture. And down below is the bags that I purchased from AC Moore before they closed of specialty yarn and yarn ends. Then we'll go over here, and this is the haul that Angel, my yarn sister, gave to me for housewarming. And then if you look behind that, you'll see more of the housewarming gifts. And then below those, as filler as for the back of most of this whole shelf, I used the presents that Honey gave me for Valentine's Day. The modern, what was it? Handmade modern yarn that Honey buyed me for Valentine's Day. So I used those as fillers. And I did face most of the stuff here so far because I wanted to walk into headquarters and see colors. I didn't want to see all these labels just hanging out. So there's more of the overflow of Honey's gift and then some latte cakes that are staring at me. And then this shelf is going to be more overflow of Honey's gifts behind there. What's on this side? Ferris wheels and then Caron big cakes. And then behind here, these are all my latte cakes. And believe it or not, like that is all stacked up from top to bottom of all latte cakes. So then up here is a Jada and Stitches Scraptastic bag. I think I held three strands of yarn together and then followed her pattern. That also has scraps in it that didn't fit in the little end tables with the kubies on the bottom that sit next to the couch behind me. Those are some big balls. Sorry, not big balls, big skeins of yarn. Honey buyed me those like, I don't know, 2 years ago, and I just haven't had the heart to bust into them yet. So then up on this shelf, you see that that is my Etrofil cashmere. And then this side is, what is that? Alpaca? Is that my alpaca? Yes. And I can never forget, pronounce his name, but there it is. I can't pronounce it. I'm sorry. I'm not educated that much. That's my alpaca. And then down here, and again behind, I have some of Honey's Valentine's Day present. These ones here are necks, as in like your neck that holds on your head. Necks. Best Thing, I think it's also by Line Brand. Those are Skinny Cakes by Caron. And back here, I ran out of filler, so I still have to face forward everything here, because again, I don't want to look at these labels. I want to look at color when I come in here. So this is as far as I got with the progress. You see it's kind of empty behind those. Other than that side's full. But then this side, behind these, it is pretty much empty. And again, I want to redo this because I don't want these labels. I don't want to look at them. I want to look at color. I want to look at beautifulness when I walk into headquarters. This down here is going to be an arrangement of just basic colors. There are all kinds of blends. There's like 6 or 7 different kinds of yarn in there. Just your basic everyday colors. Down here, I have my tea towels to go with my tail toppers. In the middle is Caron Simply Soft. Then it goes to Loops and Thread Flex. And that stuff over there to my right, that I got it Tuesday morning, I believe. I'm not even sure. Something Harding? Louisa Harding. Oh my gosh, this is my merino wool, and I love it, and I have not worked with it. I love it, and I have not worked with it since I purchased it. So over here, you'll have just a little bit of an arrangement of stuff of different feely fibers, and then you have the metallics over there, the red hearts with love metallics. Up here is going to be my miscellaneous variegated section. Then up here is part of the haul that I had the other day from the Christmas tree store, Christmas tree shop. And that's some stuff I picked up at a local consignment down the street that they aren't open yet. It's called the Art of Recycle. When they are open, though, I definitely want to take you guys there on a little tour. So the basic concept of it is people drop off all kinds of artsy-fartsy supply stuff. Like anything that you can think of could maybe be an art supply, or something that you don't even think would be an art supply, but then you find something that you can do with it. You can find there, and it's hugely discounted because everyone does donate it. It's privately owned by this amazingly unique, eclectic, beautiful spirited of a woman. And I think it's her brother, or maybe it's her husband. He's not there that much. He just kind of like flies around here and there. She's the one that's more personable. But I really want to take you there and do like a little walkthrough, if they'll allow me, with permission, of course. Once they open again. They still are closed due to Corona. The other day I did see something on Facebook that she posted what the new yarn wall looks like. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait. And you'll get stuff like bags of like this. And I think it still has the price tag on it. $4. And these are like brand new skeins. And like this stuff. That stuff doesn't have a price tag on it. Because I think I got that as a fill up your bag. Some days they have fill up your bag stuff. Anywho. Then up on this shelf I have most of my wool as well. Pantones or Patrons, or however you want to pronounce it. It's my superwash DK Sport Merino wool. And then I'm back at the front door. So there you go, guys. That's a new update on what's going on at headquarters and how it is coming along. Oh, yeah. So back to these cardboard boxes. So let me pan back over here so I don't make you guys, motion sick. So you see that space where the yarn can potentially fall out? And I have it like on all the racks because, they're open sides. So my plan is to take this cardboard that's behind that desk and that box that my refrigerator came in and cut out whatever size I need to put in the side of these as like inserts, excuse me, so the yarn doesn't roll off. I just need a little bit more support on the side to keep everybody all snug in there and where they belong. So yeah, that's it, guys. That's my tour of HQ and an update. Now, the only thing that I still am looking for, is a coffee table. Obviously that I want to go in front of the couch to sit there and watch TV. And I want one that has storage in it. But I'm definitely not paying the 350 whatever some odd dollars, 150 some odd dollars for it. So I'm just holding off until I find something that I like that is, used on discount sale, a little broken. It's okay. Everything in here is used and broken, except for the refrigerator and the chair. Yep. Everything else in here is used or semi-broken. And it's okay because it's mine and I love it. And I get to have a space where I come and, watch you guys on YouTube and sit down and peace and quiet and, crochet and look at all my yarn and be all inspired. Alrighty, guys. Have a great day. Thanks for stopping by. Make sure you like and subscribe. I'll check y'all later. Be safe. Bye.